Hey guys, Troy here at Torchcraft Marine. Today we're going to do a install video on a new product that we are coming out with. This is our new billet bucket adapter for Seadoo 300s, 230s. It may fit on some other models, but the purpose of this bracket is to perfectly align the reverse bucket to exactly where it was on the Seadoo. There's some other brackets out there. It's a great idea, but we have improved on the idea, and we'll show you an upcoming clip of the difference this makes and what a good job it does capturing the jet thrust. Makes your steering way easier, your trim is proper, just like Seadoo intended from the factory. So we're going to start with pulling this pump off. Alright guys, so the first thing we need to do with this is raise the IBR bracket so we can actually see what's going on there. Most of you probably don't have BUDS, which is a software program that allows you to dive very deep into these engines. If you don't have the capability to do this, the way you raise your IBR bracket manually is to pull and hold your IBR lever until you get a warning that says confirm, press mode to confirm, and then you can raise the IBR up and down manually. Once you get it all the way up, pull your key out, turn off the battery switch, and you're ready to work on it. Okay, as you can see, we have our reverse bucket in the full up position, and if you notice this bracket here, if you look at the relation of the trim and steering nozzle to the output nozzle on the pump, the steering nozzle is way off to the starboard side. So what this has created on this boat is the owner of the boat needs to put a ton of right steer input in this thing to keep it from going straight. And also the overall height of it does not match the output nozzle. So we're going to pull this bracket off, show you guys how to install ours, and we'll show you a side-by-side comparison in the water of what we're accomplishing here. Alright, the first thing we're going to do is remove the IBR nut, or bolt I should say. That's a 13 millimeter. We're going to unhook that. After that's removed, we're going to remove this bolt for the steering. That's a 10 millimeter. And then last, we're going to remove the 4 bolts holding the pump on, and those are 9/16 socket. Now that we have our IBR arm disconnected, we can move the bucket freely. We're going to take a 13 millimeter socket and remove these 4 bolts. If for any reason they are difficult to remove, you will need to pull the entire pump out and warm these 4 bungs up with MAP gas to free the factory Loctite. Hopefully we don't have that issue. Next step is to lay out the bracket. This will always be up. This is where your auto bilge pump passes through on the jet unit. And these brackets, you'll notice, have a recess on them on one side and a relief on the top. The relief always goes up. We'll attach these with provided hardware, and be sure to use red Loctite on these as well. Be sure to snug these up real good. This next step is the trickiest part of the whole job. If you take your supplied shoulder bolt, put a dab of red Loctite on there. Take your bucket and get the shoulder bolt started. On to the next step. Next step is to get this assembly on. Once you have your reverse bucket on, make sure everything moves smoothly. And you'll want to take your factory shoulder bolts, flip this around so this tab is up along with this slot. Put your shoulder bolts in here, red Loctite. Tighten them down. Don't go too tight on them. And now, don't worry about where this is sitting in life. We'll get to that last. So now all you have to do, bring the bucket up. These will go into the rollers, like so. And that is your trim in your reverse. Now we'll bolt this to the pump. Next thing, we are going to set the bracket onto the pump. And with the supplied longer bolts and red Loctite, we're going to run these down and torque them to 18 foot-pounds. Once you have your bolts ran in there, we'll torque these down 18 foot-pounds. Okay, bucket's installed. Be sure your steering cable tab, starboard side, everything moves freely as it should. We're ready to bolt this thing back on. Okay, we got our bucket adapter all mounted now, and as you can see, the steering nozzle and the output nozzle are perfectly concentric now. So we shouldn't have a bunch of water blasting back on the transom now that alignment's proper, and the steering should be effortless now instead of putting left or right input into it all the time to keep the boat straight. This is a huge improvement for performance, fuel efficiency, and general drivability. Alright guys, thanks for watching. If you're interested in one of these brackets, check them out on our website, www.torchcraftmarine.com. I'm also going to put a link for this installation video with that particular product, so it should make everything really simple for you. Thanks for watching.